Hi friends, welcome to today's video. This one is a continuation of our last video, which if you haven't seen, I'll leave you a link down below. But on that one, what we did was we created an abstract landscape with some modeling paste and pouring medium by using what was included in the 365 Days of Art set by Liquitex, which is a discovery set. It comes with paints and different mediums, all professional grade, and it's a lot of fun. Today we're doing something similar in terms of what we are using, but I just want to explore different concepts. So there are two things that I wanted to do for this one. The first one was I wanted to use the modeling paste to create sort of like a well or a pool, to then go ahead and pour inside that well. And the other thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to paint over the pouring medium once it dried out, because it's something that you can do because it's an acrylic medium. So those were the two things I wanted to sort of play with for this one. Something funny about these videos is that I was actually painting 4 things at the same time. And it would have been funny to show you exactly how I did it, but I think it was going to be a little bit confusing. But it would have been hilarious to see how my brain works sometimes and how I do things sometimes. But instead I decided to split it into 3 videos because it was a little bit more organized. But I was doing all of the projects that you're going to see in these videos. I was actually doing them at the same time. I would take one off and then put the other one, paint on it, take it off, put the other one, paint or do something on it and take it off, and so on and so forth. But anyways, I went ahead and, well, I added a few layers of paint first, and I went ahead and whatever was left of that burnt sienna, I mixed it with the modeling paste. You can tint the modeling paste at 20. It's recommended at a 20% ratio. I don't want to use too much paint. It had that, I came up with that sort of like a clay look to it, which I found interesting. I went back and painted over it after. And then once that dried out, I went ahead and I started pouring. And again, I used the pouring medium on its own because I wanted it to dry clear. But you can mix it with paint. For pouring medium, you can do a 50% ratio. I didn't do it because it's something that I find a lot of people do on YouTube, and it's just something I'm not interested in, at least not for this demonstration. But you can do that. And then it takes a little bit for the pouring medium to dry out, depending on how thick you apply it. So keep that in mind. If you add a very generous layer of pouring medium, it might take days, and depending on what scale you're working, it could take weeks. Or if you watch Michele Theberge videos on pouring medium, I'll leave a link to her channel. In my opinion, she's the expert when it comes to pouring medium. She does amazing work with it. Personally, I like using it. I use it, but I use it to create small accents within a piece of work, not as my main medium that I work with. I don't know if that makes sense. But once it dries, and again, it can take a while. Once it dries clear when it's on its own, and it has a reflective quality to it. But you can go back and paint with acrylics over it, which is what I'm doing here. In terms of what I am painting, I don't know. I thought maybe like an eclipse, like a moon eclipse or a sun eclipse, and then some abstract figures. I wasn't really too worried about that because I wanted more to show you the different finishes within the little painting and the different textures. I wasn't really that worried about what I was painting, so it was very, again, intuitive, I guess. I didn't plan it, it just happened on its own. But I think it came out interesting. I added some white to add some contrast, and I don't love it, but again, I think it's kind of interesting. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. What I am most excited about is having all these different textures and finishes to play with. It's I guess the main thing. And I am still tempted to do one more pour over that, like over what I painted with acrylic, so I might even do that. I don't know. But anyways, this is what I came up with today. Stay tuned because the next one is actually my favorite. The next video that I'm gonna post. I still have to finish editing. But anyways, to my new subscribers, like always, welcome. I'm very happy to have you. To all of you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!